I thought I would have brought the following to the attention of the court even before the state closes its case. Number one, it relates to the video clip of the video clip that Mr. Bailey had to come and give his testimony on. That video clip has already been admitted as evidence before court, and it was on the proviso that Mr. Bailey would come and authenticate it. Now, the court has been told yesterday in no uncertain terms that Mr. Bailey is no longer available to come and testify, and not because he's dead, but because of the agreement that the state and SANEF, South African National Editors Forum, an institution that Mr. Bailey belongs to, that he should no longer come testify because Mr. Bailey and company indicated that if he were to be forced and dragged come to court, come testify, they will bring an agent application to bar the state from forcing him to come testify because of the standing agreement between SANEF and the National Prosecuting Authority of South Africa. So as we stand now, or as things stand now, and as at this point in time, that video clip remains unauthenticated. I thought to myself that, and in fact Mr. Bailey had indicated in an affidavit that was ready to record here, where he says that when this whole thing was taken, when this video was taken, I wasn't party there too, I was in China. So I don't know who took it, when was it taken. I only got requested to provide, as a head, to provide a recording of a video that was aired on the 27th of October 2014, which I did. But as to the finer details and the integrities around that video, I don't know nothing. So if the state proceeds to force me to come testify, I will have no option but to challenge the legality, and that is what the state was avoiding in that Asian application. The legality of Section 179 of the Criminal Procedure Act that seeks to deal with the subpoenaing of journalists to come and give information where the state seeks to use the content of their information. But fast forward, my lord, we are saying it's not like all the state avenues have been exhausted. Well, I do not intend to prescribe how should the state proceed with their case or drive their case. But Mr. Longwe is there. If they still want to pursue that video, they can simply say to the defense, no, don't worry, our avenues are not exhausted. Mr. Longwe, who's depicted in that video, is there, he's still alive. He can come himself and authenticate that video. But it seems to me like the state is not amenable to follow that route. So that video being part of this record, my lord, and not being authenticated as promised by the state in the manner in which it should have no longer be regarded as something that is actually part of the record. I'm not saying that it must be withdrawn. In other words, it's just a pro non scripto. It's regarded as not being existing. That was just point number one.
Let me tell you something. There is something about Advocate Mnisi and how he paraphrases Balkoyi. I don't even think we should call it paraphrasing. He totally entertains in his description of what Balkoyi was trying to say when Balkoyi was saying, my lord, you see, I understood it way better when Mnisi tells it. You see, Mnisi added the salt and the pepper and he made it very spicy and he put in some 6-gun in there, and now it is absolutely hilarious what Balkoyi was trying to break down when Balkoyi was basically trying to say, my lord, Mr. Bailey's not coming. Okay, that's all we heard from Balkoyi. But then Mnisi says, no, you got to tell it like it is. You've got to tell it like it is. Mr. Bailey's not coming because he belongs to SANEF, and SANEF and you have an agreement, okay? You can't suddenly just call him out. You just can't. That's not the agreement. And because of that, you tried your best, okay? You tried your best to find the legal way to bring him. He's not coming. He's not coming, my lord. And unfortunately, because Mr. Bailey is not coming, you got to take out the Longwe video. In fact, my lord, we're not even going to take it off the record. No, we're going to say it does not exist because Balkoyi knows the law And shame on you, Balkoyi, for not bringing it up yourself and thinking we, the defense, are asleep at the switch. We are not asleep at the switch. We're very much inside Phakathi within the court. Hello, Mzansi. Welcome back to another Mzansi Unfiltered edition. Can you tell I'm back? Ngivuyile. Guys, there's nothing more painful than hotel Wi-Fi. Oh, the upload speed is so low. It is brutal. It is painful. So I am so happy to be back. Okay. And I got this comment as well. It says, seeing that there are so many confessions, I have one. I tell my family I'm watching the SENZO MEYIWA murder case on my phone with my earphones, but I'm laughing so much at Mzansi Unfiltered's commentary that I'm thinking, what can be that they're thinking, what can be so funny? And the commenter says, you just gotta listen to my girl on Mzansi Unfiltered. Then you will also know. Thank you so much for this comment. It also made me laugh. You know what, guys? The SENZO MEYIWA trial is a very, very serious case, and I think that, and I've always said it, that I try to give it an account of it from an entertainment perspective, because if we tell it like it is, we would be very depressed. It would turn into a very depressing state, and also a lot of people wouldn't follow the case that much. I truly believe so. So by adding the entertainment spin to it, by adding all these jokes, the Puma Silwe, all these phrases, it's just to keep you engaged, to keep you entertained, to keep you connected to the show. And that's what, media does. That's how entertainment works. And I always say that my channel is strictly for information and entertainment purposes. But if you're looking for the facts, don't go to that other channel there that they're lying to us, okay? Then try maybe the others. Let's go with ENCA. For now, I'm endorsing ENCA because ENCA said we're not subscribing to you. Shit, okay? Excuse my French. ENCA, Mr. Bailey said, don't put me in it. I am not a part of the drama. Figure this out on your own, Balkoyi. You have yourself to blame, okay? And don't try and involve. And you know what Mnisi said, which is quite factual? Balkoyi is still alive. No, not Balkoyi. I want to say something, but I don't want to say it because it's not a fact yet. We need to see birth certificates and all, so I'm skipping all that, okay? I've seen you guys' comment on it. I don't know, okay? And Dizzy, Longwe Twala to the front of the room, okay? He is still alive. He still has his ankle. I just said it in a previous video, ironically. But I think Mnisi, the way he delivers it here is like, point on. Balkoyi, remove that thing from the record and say it with your chest, sir, because the defense allowed you to play the video because you said Mr. Bailey was coming to authenticate it. Now that Mr. Bailey's not inside Phakathi within the court, get rid of that nonsense. Get it off the record. So basically, the court has to unsee the video. But let's just be real. Is that even possible? My lord has already seen it, but he cannot use it as a fact in his judgment. Now, let's continue and hear what's point number 2 from Mnisi. Let's go.
Now, point number 2. On number of occasions, Mr. Sibia has been requesting that certain information, actually the records regarding the movement of the motor vehicles that were used on the day on which he got arrested, should be made available to him. I must be honest to the state, they made some endeavors to identify certain motor vehicle. There was a hard body that was involved there. They gave an explanation about the hard body that ultimately was involved in an accident wherein Mr. Mapena passed on. There was a Golf 7. There was also an explanation regarding or around that.
It's just crazy business to me that Advocate Balkoyi really said he's closing his case, and then he's got so many pending items on the list. Go ahead in the comment section, let me know what pending item you think was not addressed by the state that they owe us, okay? We already know Kelly Kumalo, they were never going to call to the stand. I mean that they said they were supposed to come back. So it was, of course, the AVL. The AVL. For me, it's also the FFC certificate from Giago. It's still up hanging in the air. It's just a random thing that has just closed the case. You closed the case, but we're still waiting, okay? for Mr. Technicalities over there that Mr. Sambo mentioned, because Mr. Sambo just couldn't carry a conversation anymore. He just couldn't answer any questions. He was just shocked. Okay, he came on behalf of LPC, but then the questions just got too deep for him. They got too deep, and he was there to tell us, I am a Sambo. I am the one who does the updating inside. Don't do any of the what. But then how did the duplicate happen, sir? How did it happen? Zui, I just couldn't explain that. The AVL. And I love how Mnisi says it, okay? He says, my client, Mzansi, on a number of occasions, has been asking for the AVL records. Basically, what he's saying is, it's not me, my lord, okay? Don't think I'm trying to bother nobody here. I am a creature of instructions. Those are the instructions from Mzansi, okay? Because this SENZO MEYIWA case is a case of, I would say, the rich versus the poor, those with money and those who don't, the haves and the have-nots. And they made an assumption of thinking just because you're a have-not, therefore, you won't be able to represent yourself. You won't be able to build a case. We have seen it with accused number 3, okay, or Prince Kadlamncube, who has also been giving Mnisi instructions. And I don't know about the other clients, okay? I can only speak for what we hear in that court. And I think that when Mnisi is given instructions, he literally does what he's instructed. I don't know that the others are giving instructions or that the other attorneys are saying, no, let's not do that. I don't know. But I know when it comes to Mnisi, an instruction to him is an order. And he brings it forward to the court, no matter how ridiculous it sounds. So I love that he does this for his clients. And he says, my client has asked on a number of occasions the tracking of the vehicles. He has asked, and I'm going to keep on asking until the cows come home. What an advocate. You know what? Let's drop some flowers for Mnisi. He gave the state a run for their money, okay? The state has closed their case, but Mnisi made sure to give them a run for their money. I want to see the list of things that the state owes us. I want to do a full video on that. So let's work together, okay, as a family inside Phakathi within the comment section. Let me know what is missing that the state still owes us. We want to hold them accountable, okay, forever, evermore, so that when whatever happens, whatever the judge decides, whether Section 4 comes through or not, we still have this accountability list. And then in case this case goes forward, we can come back to our list. But let's hear Balkoyi's response, okay? It's only fair that we hear what Balkoyi has to say.